Hey, this is Notser, and this is the PAX Marblehead Challenge. The North American cluster was given 1 week to find and destroy captains with the first letter that corresponds with the phrase PAX Marblehead. The USS Marblehead was a Omaha-class cruiser. Wargaming will be handing out a special USS Marblehead with a PAX camouflage to anyone who is successful in this challenge. There's going to be more information in the description for North American. I don't know that any other cluster is doing this, but I'm going to share with you all my kills for PAX Marblehead. So, I'm looking for a P, and Parpy is my first victim of the day. He's in a destroyer, and he's firing on me like a big old jerk. So, we're going to sail towards him, use the Mogami, and the overwhelming firepower that this 155mm 15-gun setup brings. But this enemy destroyer is trying to get around the island. He's not being that successful. We're going to pop out here. We're going to have all our guns ready to fire. And he's getting real close to us. And for some reason, he decides to slow down. No complaint from me. We get a damaging shot of 4,300. We take out his propulsion. Looks like he uses damage control, and he pops smoke. And we're able to get one shot before he goes into the smoke. We land 10 of 15 shots. Not bad. And we set him on fire. Where did he go? We do a blind shot, trying to kill him, because at this point we're desperate for P. No one touched the P, and there's the P. First letter, and already feeling pretty good about this challenge. It's only been a day and a half with this challenge. We find Alamadorus in the Atago, AA. That doesn't count. So, we're in the New Mexico. We're trying to get in range, so all of our guns can fire on the Atago. We're trying to defend our base from the remaining 2 ships. We had a huge fight, as you can see. A bunch of ships died, and this is the aftermath. And I fire on him with all my guns and only do 1,000 points of damage. Pathetic amount of damage. I should have aimed a little bit lower. It went too high, it hit his superstructure, and did minimal damage. And we're just trying to reload in time in order to fire on the enemy. It looks like he's going to give us his side initially. We have just him and an enemy carrier to deal with. And I'm hoping that he'll show his side, but he just never does. So we just fire. And he's turning, and he gives us a better shot than we probably set out to make. And at this point I'm worried. 20 seconds, 8K. That's an easy shot to make. We're trying to make sure that we can trying to box out our friends a little bit. No, we would never do that. No. Every shot is worthy of a kill. We're not ever going to try and steal kills here. And conveniently, we reload, and he shows his side, and see you later. There's the A. So we gotta... Now, here is the challenge one. The X. The dreaded X. We found our victim, RX1234, has a super long name, not going to go any farther than that. He's in a Nagato, and we are in the Independence. And this is deep in the game, a long, drawn-out fight, and I'm just trying to get any chance to kill this guy. We drop our bombs on him, and they're able to set him on fire. He's taking fire from 2 Atlantas, so you could see the continuous fire, and he's trying to maneuver to avoid my torpedo strike. Well, we're not really going to give you a chance. The Nagato is pretty slow, sluggish, so this should be a pretty easy strike, and the 2 Atlantas have done fantastic damage, and we're going to get a ton of torpedoes, and we take him out. RX123457 dies. Weird name. Another game in the Nagato on Islands of Ice, and we're looking for M. And at this point, a lot of enemies are north of the capture point. We have an enemy North Carolina that's moving to assault us. We want to try and hold this position. And Maelstrom T-26 shows up, and we just fire off a shot to try and get some damage. Don't really think we're going to get a lot. And it looks like, yeah, minimal damage. Only 1 shell lands and does 4,000 points of damage. There's the North Carolina. He's firing on our position. Leave us alone, North Carolina. You're far too strong for us. Come on, reload, Nagato. And another Atago, he wants to show his side to us. And we would love to assist you in your goal to take damage. We fire off the 8 rounds that the Nagato carries. And we aimed at the waterline, hoping to get a nice broadside shot. Looks like he's not interested in focusing, and we take him out. See you later, Maelstrom. So far, so good. And this guy's name, Alpine Mustache. He's in a Tier 3 St. Louis. He's got an awesome name, that's for sure. And we're going to try and kill him with the Yubari. The Yubari is one of those pre-order premium ships that some of you probably have seen. It's got fantastic rate of fire, and it has 4 total guns on 2 turrets. And we're just trying to get a little bit amount of damage. We don't really have great guns for penetrating. They're basically destroyer guns, but the rate of fire is pretty extreme. And we're just working on this guy. We get a little bonus. Looks like a friend was able to do a ton of damage to Alpine. And we leave him very low. Any shot from anyone can take this. Do we get it? No, we don't. Oh, come on. Kill him. Kill him before someone else takes him. And there you go. We get another A. See you later, Alpine Mustache. Gonna have to shave it. Next victim is Raven. He's in a Tier 7 U.S. cruiser, the Atlanta. And I found this guy on this map. It's early on. He was up against an island. I didn't have a shot at all. I was hoping that he might want to show himself in some manner. I was also willing to move forward and put pressure on him. He's being spotted and he's being harassed by allies. And initially, it didn't look like he wanted to exit the safety of the island, but it does now look like he is interested in heading east. And conveniently, that's going to align with my goals. I would love to kill you, Raven Scythe. I have all 12 guns positioned to fire on this enemy as he rounds the island. And I don't think he has any idea that I'm waiting around this island. Or he probably wouldn't make this decision. But he is very far forward, so he doesn't have a lot of choices. We aim at the waterline and ahead of his position, and see you later, Raven. You didn't exist that long, and we got the R. Now, I'm in a Tier 5 Soviet destroyer, and nobody was on the east side of Two Brothers. We were able to move all the way forward, and we ran into a B. We ran into Billful. Yes, his name's Billful. He's in a Japanese battleship, the Kawachi. Tier 3. Not very good, but there's not a lot of very good ships in this tier. And we send out our torpedoes, which have pretty good range. And he is definitely paying attention to us. Don't know how much he's aware of the danger he's about to sail into, and he's turning towards the torpedoes. Come on, Bill. How many torpedoes are you going to take? You take 1, 2 torpedoes, and we cause flooding. He's down 50%. The Grimyeshi has fantastic guns. I'm going to use them on the enemy. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the upgraded hull, so there's not a lot of superstructure we can land our shots on. Most of these shots are going to land on his hull. And he takes a good shot at us. He's able to knock out our engines. We have to use damage control. Our torpedoes are back up. We send them to where we believe Billful will sail to. And we also see a D, which we're trying to work on too. And he sends out torpedoes, so we have to make sure we don't get hit by this torpedo. Don't get hit by this torpedo! Ooh, not even close. Psh, you kidding me? You kidding me? That wasn't even close. Can we get the D? Yeah, get the D, Notser. Yeah, get the D. Nope. Friendly takes the D. But we still can get the B. Hopefully no one fires on him. Don't touch him. Let the torpedoes kill him. He's down to 5,000. He's got a fire set on him. He's taking more damage. He's down to 600 torpedoes. Kill him. Yes! And we get the B, which is consolation for not getting the D. So we got little Smaug. He is in his Nicholas, and we're hunting our prey. He has just killed a friendly aircraft carrier, and we must seek vengeance. And you can see we're doing tons of damage. We knock out steering and propulsion. He's going to probably have to use damage control if he's going to survive. He pops smoke, but friendly fighters are scouting his position along with myself. We're very close to each other, obviously. We set him on fire, and it looks like he's put the fire out, so he has used damage control. Now, we are able to continue firing because he's moving out of the safety of the smoke. He sends out torpedoes, but they're not aimed at us, I believe. And for that failure, you die. It would have been much nicer if we were able to get to the safety of the aircraft carrier before he died to that Nicholas. Now, we're looking for an E. Where could an E be? And whoa! Exodar! This enemy destroyer tried to sneak by us. But no, no, no. You can't sneak by in a US destroyer. Nope. Your detection range is far too large. Silly destroyer. And we're going to bring all guns to bear. We've got HE loaded. And we just need to not hit our friendly. And you can see our secondaries are firing off. And thankfully they're not hitting the friendly. And we're able to lead the target. We're able to do 5,000 points of damage. He's barely alive. And we have to wait on our reload. So it looks like the friendly battleship is going to get the chance to finish off the enemy. Unfortunately, he doesn't do anything to move out of the torpedo range. And he's knocked out by the enemy destroyer. But our secondaries actually finish off the destroyer, which is pretty funny. Now, initially we were pushing the east side, and we ran into a hell of a lot of enemies. Probably 6 or 7 enemy ships in the southeast side, so we decided to pull back. One of the enemy ships, a enemy destroyer, that goes by the name of Hersham. I'm sure that's exactly how it's pronounced. No one can tell me differently. He has decided to go through the gap in the 2 islands on the east side, and we're hoping we will sneakily intercept him and take him out in the Mogami. Again, I love the Mogami. It is the apex predator when it comes to destroying enemy destroyers. 15 guns, huge amount of damage, and we're detected. Enemy ship, that can't be the ship that detects us. But we fire on the enemy battleship trying to get damage, and it certainly is a ship that detects us. He fires big shots, but the Farragut shows up. We're able to reload, and we fire on his position, and see you later, first blood. And there's the H. Now in this game, I was competing with the friendly aircraft carrier. We were looking for this E, and he goes by the name of Ezrakan. He's in a enemy US destroyer, and we're going to try and torpedo his position. We are spotted by aircraft, so we send out a narrow and a wide spread, and we unload on him. He's already right around 50% of his life, and we're taking tons of fire. We got to pull back, Commander. Just can't take all the fire. We got our steering knocked out. We got to use damage control. We're just taking too much fire, and we're taking enemy torpedoes. Choose to use damage control at that precise moment. I would rather maneuver and avoid these torpedoes. Now, I can't take this. I don't have the health. Got to turn your butt, Notser. Okay, the torpedo got a little bit close, but we handled it quite well, I think. Now, he's running away. He's a scaredy cat. But we gotta run away, too. We got way too many enemies that could fire on our position. We need to drop off the radar and try and re-engage. There's an enemy Yamato on the team, and I don't want to take a Yamato cannon, if you know what I mean. So the Sims has moved south, that's all we know. We have a enemy fighter overhead, so we can't necessarily move in aggressively to eliminate the enemy. The friendly torpedo bomber, which he's trying to bomb the Sims, 100%. He talked about it at the beginning. He called him out, and I told him he's mine. So we have a little competition trying to take out the Sims. Looks like he's going to get a attack run. He drops 2 torpedoes, and he is unsuccessful. The Sims is able to maneuver away from the torpedoes. I can't imagine having one of your letters start with this word, because I know I'm going hardcore on some of these ships. I will fight tooth and nail to get that kill. And this is no exception. I'm definitely trying my hardest to kill him, no matter what. My life means nothing. And he continues to move off. He's trying to find the safety of that Yamato, and I don't have anything to take on that Yamato. We actually have the other enemy Sims show up. I don't need an F, I need an E. And I choose to fire on his position, but I also have this island that will gladly block myself. And the enemy Sims actually comes back as Rakan wants some more of me. Well, I'll give you everything. And more. And we miss our first shot. We've got everyone everywhere looking at us, that's for certain. We actually see the 3rd enemy destroyer over here. We land a really good shot. We cause fire on his ship. And do we lead enough? No, we don't. We miss completely. He uses damage control. I use damage control. And we're able to take out Ezrakan. Now all we need is an A and a D. And I'm in my Colorado, tier 7. And yes, I'm going up against Admiral Needledick. I don't know why you would name yourself that, but I'm not one to judge. And see that the friendlies take out that enemy. But Admiral Needledick really is asking to die. He's barely moving, and he's firing on a friendly position, so we're just going to aim slightly ahead of his position in order to land these shots right at the waterline and a citadel. And we take out Admiral Needledick, just like that, 2 citadel penetrations, and we get first blood. In the Colorado, mind you. One of the worst ships in the game. So we're on the map Two Brothers, and we're looking for the D. We found the D in Doobie 1820. He's in his Pensacola. He's on fire from friendlies, and we try and get a nice salvo off on him before the island gets in the way. The Mayoko is obviously a fantastic ship, and this is no exception. I'm going to do massive damage to Doobie if he doesn't change his heading. And we're just peeking over the island, looking up. We got HE loaded. He has to maneuver for torpedoes, most likely. And we would love to set him back on fire, which we do. And he takes 1 torpedo in the back half. He probably is flooding too, which he cannot prevent because he's already used damage control. And we get the last bit of damage. Doobie 1820. See you later. And that's how we got PAX Marblehead. It was really fun to do this challenge. A lot of times I would just get the kills and enjoy it, and when it got down to the last couple of letters, it was a lot of work to find people, but in the end it was really fun, and I look forward to being able to have the PAX Special Edition Marblehead in my harbor in the near future. I hope you all enjoyed this. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.